Time for another draft, and just as I was thinking that I want to bomb, New Way Forward. Definitely a very tempting pick here. New Way Forward can be very, very good. Just lets you gain a bunch of life, essentially, and draw a bunch of cards. The alternative would be Dragon Sniper, Dragonstorm, Rugged Highlands, but I think we'll just start off with New Way Forward. It can be very good, very splashable in like the 5-color deck. So, ooh, all right, another Dragonstorm, Detainment, Lion Weight, Armament Dragon. So this is both of these make me go right into 5-color, but they're very strong cards. There's Tranquil Cove, but I'm really interested in one of these two gold cards, I think. So which one plays best with New Way Forward? Probably, I don't know. Lion Weight maybe. Really, it's just a matter of whether or not I want a dragon or a removal spell. And sometimes this is, like, it's a great card, but sometimes it can be really awkward. It can be difficult to actually make go off. Whereas Armament Dragon will just always be good. So we're going to try the dragon here, but definitely staying open. Okay, so a couple of options here. If we just want to stay Jeskai, we can grab River Rose Sweep, Jeskai Monument, or Breaching Dragonstorm. We could still put that in Jeskai. But if I'm looking to go into 5-color dragons, then Breaching Dragonstorm is phenomenal. And these other two are just fine. So I think I'm going to take Breaching Dragonstorm because really it can work in either deck. And see where we go from there. Okay. Narcissus Rebuke and Temur Monument stand out to me. A Boulderborn Dragon. I think the Monument's just going to be the best option here. If we end up 5-color, happy to play the Temur Monument. Happy to be Temur based. Splashing white and black. So we'll go ahead and grab the Temur Monument here. Unending Whisper, Boulderborn Dragon, Aegis Sculptor, Blossoming Sands. Not a bad place to take a dragon, Blossoming a land here. Though maybe I want to save my land picks for... No, I don't think I want Blossoming Sands if I'm going to pick a land. Okay, and here we have our first piece of removal, a Windscarred Crag. That's probably need to take a Windscarred Crag here. And hope that I can get cheaper removal than these more expensive ones. Yeah, we're going to go for that. Black is looking to be a splash color, so I don't know if we can realistically play this strategic betrayal on time. Though I have seen this card actually be pretty good. It's better than you might initially think it plays out, but I'm just so unlikely to play it on time, and it's so much better early that we'll just take the Piercing Exhale. And I think I just want to take a Devotee at this point. It's good with Piercing Exhale over the Ice Ridge Serpent because I'm hoping that I play in 5 drops in the big spot. I'll take another Exhale, I guess. Maybe. Okay, so dragons looked pretty... 5-color dragons looked pretty cut off. Maybe an Abzan Devotee in case for some crazy I end up swinging towards base green-black. That's still definitely possible. Yeah, we'll take the Leopard here. Oniak Wayfarer, happy to play that. There's no way I'm going to play two Devotees. Probably not playing either one of these cards, but... Okay, so New Way Forward looks to be very splashable, or very much on the splash, I should say, as... Didn't get a lot of blue, or white, or red, really. So now, speaking of blue, I just opened 2 really good blue cards here, along with Sagu Wildling. So Just take out the cards I'm not going to play with. Like, we'll just, whatever. We'll leave the Abzan Devotee in here for a second. I think I just want to take the Ambling Storm Shell and hopefully be able to pick up some more blue cards that are on the cheaper side of things. Okay. Constrictor Sage. I just picked up another 5-drop, so I kind of don't want to play a non-dragon 5-drop here, even though Constrictor Sage is very, very good. The Odious Exhale is nice, cheap removal. Hopefully I can pick up some... Yeah. I think I just want the Exhales, cheap removal, and... I mean, it's good early, it's also good late. Oh, here we go. And a Tri-land is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so looking a little sketchy as to what our second color is still. Here I have the option between a Blossoming Sands, which I think is actually looking pretty strong, or Rashasha's Bargain. I have a couple of ways to draw cards, and I think just taking a Blossoming Sands here looks good. Option to get early white, and I know I'm going to be base green, so we'll take a Blossoming Sands at this point. I don't think I want a second Wayfarer, so it's... Oh yeah, that's the... No, I'm not playing that. It's between Unending Whisper and Detainment. I think I'll take the Detainment. Okay, so I already had to pass one Blizzard. Nomad Outpost. How badly do I want this? Not very. I have like no black. Thornwood Falls is obviously tempting, but... Nomad Outpost, Thornwood Falls, or Bewildering Blizzard. Blizzard, I guess. Yeah. Tough pick there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. So we got a Frontier Bivouac into pick 7 Guardian. Okay, so who's taking all the dragons, the globe, but isn't taking the Guardian? That makes no sense. Like, what on earth did that player pick? Because I haven't seen a single globe. What did they take over the Guardian? Oh my gosh. And that wheeled? Okay, I'm not going to grab a second Blizzard. I have the Breaching Dragonstorms. I just want dragons now and cheap removal. I'm going to take the removal over the Constrictor Sage, even though it's kind of removal. It's not. And sometimes you can get this to be a 2-mana play. I'm really surprised all this wheeled. I'm just genuinely confused. Probably a Tawny back just for a 3-mana play. Great. Very happy to pick up a Riverwalk Technique. Okay, so we got some good quality blue cards out of that pack. Also have a couple pieces of white removal and some white lands, splash lands. Let's just get rid of it. And UGIN, no problem. All right. Easy game. So, what a pack. Look at this. So something's going to wheel here, because we got a land, 2 exhales, and a bunch of removal, a Temur Monument, this amazing dragon here, but I'm not going to, especially I'm not even like playing black heavily / at all. Obviously just going to slam the UGIN. Not particularly close. But something's definitely going to wheel from this pack. Even Auroral Procession, but this pack is phenomenal. Someone's going to take this, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, phenomenal pack, but UGIN is where we are at here. So here I have the option between Frontier Bivouac and Sibsig Appraiser. I think I just need to be disciplined on taking lands now. Sibsig will be phenomenal, but it's really hard to pass the Frontier Bivouac out of all the tri-lands. And here's a Sibsig Appraiser right on time, or a Swiftwater Cliffs, but I think because I've already picked up a couple of these tri-lands, I'm going to take this opportunity to grab an Appraiser. And perfect. I was just about to say, and hopefully I can pick up a globe here, which I did. So very happy to grab a globe. Takes some of the pressure off all these lands I needed to grab. Mystic Monastery, absolutely. Not particularly close here. So right now I am at 5 lands, right? And so I have 23 cards in my deck right now. That are all decently playable to varying degrees. I already have plenty of card draw, so it's really between the land or the Dragonstorm. How many dragons do I have at this point? 5. And I think I want to play all of them. So do I want the land or the Encroaching Dragonstorm? I think I'll take the Encroaching Dragonstorm. It just fixes all the problems. And then here we have, right before the wheel pack, Focus the Mind. I have plenty of card draw, plenty of card advantage with Dragonstorms, so I'm not going to worry about raw card draw. So it's, do I want a blue-white land, which is pretty tempting, or a Teamer Tawnyback? I don't think I'm going to play a second Wayfinder, so I think I'm just going to take the land here and see what wheeled. Okay, Dispel and Exhale. The Rural Procession is tempting, but I don't even know if I'm going to play the Antioch Wayfarer. Obviously, it's so great to like buy back some of the, you know, an UGIN or whatever, but I think we're just going to take the cheap Exhale and be very happy with that. Yeah, having all these lands looks fantastic. My white splash is basically free. And I have no black, right? Yeah, except for the Armament Dragon, which right now the only way I have to play that is the globes, and I don't know if it's going to be, it's probably not worth playing a swamp for that when I can just, here's another 6-drop dragon. Like, no, it's not as good as Armament Dragon, but that's okay. And this is just so good to give me some early pump the brakes if needed. Here it's between Agent of Cotis or Sarkhan's Resolve. I don't think I'm going to necessarily play either one. Whatever, we'll grab this in case. I don't know what my removal exactly looks like. Maybe I need another piece of removal. Right now I have... Yep, there we go. And then there's another cheap play that I'm sure I'm not going to play. Alright, let's build this deck. Having 3 tri-lands and 3 dual lands. Whoo-wee! Alright. I'll put the Heritage Reclamation back in here just so I can see what I'm cutting. So, I'm definitely not playing 2 swamps. Probably not playing 1. I don't think... My mana actually turns out pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I can cut this Wayfarer. I'll keep that in mind if I want to bring it back for some reason. Get rid of the Heritage Reclamation. I'm going to keep all the Exhales. I'm going to get rid of Sarkhan's Resolve. The Leopard's probably going to go, but we'll see. So right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drop plays, plus the other Exhale. I'm not counting the Piercing Exhale, but maybe the Assidious Exhale. Oh, Osseous. What does Osseous even mean? So I think... Let's look at the top of the curve. I'm not cutting any dragons. Except for maybe this one. So let's go to our maybe pile. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons even without this one. Yeah, that's fine. Riverwalk Technique, happy with. Ambling Storm Shell I'm keeping. I'm keeping the Dragonstorms. So... keeping No Way Forward, even though it can be kind of awkward sometimes. It doesn't always work out, but man, when it does, it does. And one thing to note is, one time I played this card and I misplayed it. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, so you don't get to blow them out with as a combat trick. It just gains you a bunch of life and draws you a bunch of cards. And it obviously deals that damage to the opponent as well. That being said, I think it's still worth keeping, especially in the late game. Like I have Riverwalk Technique, Piercing Exhale, other Narcissus Rebuke. Like I have other things to do with mana potentially if I'm holding up mana. So I definitely think this is just not worth playing just for the mana concerns. It's the only black source, and it makes me play a swamp. I really don't want to do that. And this did that come into 6. Okay, so I need to add 2 lands and then cut 2 spells here. So let's I could definitely cut the Tawny back Brigade, Team Tawny back, because it's just not like what I'm trying to do. The Piercing Exhale is really tough in the early game. It doesn't do anything in the early game, unless I happen to have Sultai Devotee, but that's pretty lucky if that's the case. So I kind of want to keep my 2-drops around because I don't have for the Undergrowth Leopard. So I actually think this is definitely on the chopping block. These are all obviously very strong cards. I'm just struggling to know what to cut here because I want to keep the Dragon package, the Dragonstorm package. I just want to survive to get up to this top end, right? So my top end is very much taken care of. Maybe I actually get rid of New Way Forward, that pack one pick one that I was so excited about, because it really can be awkward. They have to be attacking you, and but it's so good. It's so good. I could get Wood of One Piercing Exhale. That's not crazy, because it's just so tough and it really isn't an early gameplay. So I think I get rid of 1, and then it's just a matter of, do I keep the Tawny back as a turn 3 play to keep the curve low, or do I just keep the gas? Or do I cut that and keep all the gas, or do I get rid of some of this card draw? And then if I get rid of the card draw, which one is it, New Way Forward or Bewildering Blizzard? That's the question. I think because a lot of these early plays also are tough on my mana of white, which is very much my splash color. So I'm Teamer splash white. I think maybe I actually keep the Tawny back and get rid of one of these 2 cards. The thing is, they kind of do the same thing, but this one they have to be attacking me. But it gains you life and draws you cards. So they kind of do the same thing. There's nothing else I want to cut, right? Maybe 1 Boulderborn Dragon instead. No, it's just too good. It's just too good, the value here of breaching Dragonstorm into a dragon. Plus the globe, so I really think, and again, this thing's good late. The extra 2 life will matter. Yeah, no, I'm not getting rid of any dragons. I already got rid of 1 because of the mana issues. Let's fix my mana first, and then we'll decide what the final cut is. Right, because I have, yeah, 2 lands here. So right now my white looks, I'm not going to add a Plane Sun. I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sources of white. That's amazing. That's crazy. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'll probably add a blue. And then green is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just add a, and then yeah, I have my Teamer Monument, so I'm just going to add a green and add a blue. And between the Monument and the globe here, it's basically my 9th sources of each of those. Okay, so I don't have a lot of red. And so realistically, this is more like a 4-drop. But I already have so much top-end action that maybe I think we're going to cut the New Way Forward, and then we'll keep in mind, we'll see if we want to bring it back in. Great, and I have Teamer mana, I even have my splash color, and a dragon. I mean, this is exactly what we want. So kill something early on. Beautiful. Even have a devotee to guarantee me a turn 2 play. Oh man. That stinks that this thing attacks before they get to do their thing, but I think that looks like a great thing to kill, so instead of playing the devotee here, I'm just going to play my forest, and then next turn I can play the bivouac and the devotee. But I can't let them just keep doing this every turn, so I'm sure they'll make a token, but a man can dream. Yeah, whatever. Sultai Devotee looking extra good against this. Against this 1/1. That's alright. I can just let them do that over and over again, so. Yeah, obviously no blocks. Yeah, and I'm not going to exile that. I'm going to kill my thing. Awesome. I am totally happy with that. Okay, well, I need a land like nobody's business, but at least I can counter their next play. And then if I draw on land 5, I am just... Alright, well, okay, do it again. They had no play, I'll draw top land, and then now I'll counter their play. Yep, easy counter there. Whatever. Now, which one? We're gonna spin the wheel. All right, well, that's all right. That's all right. It stops their 1/1 from attacking. The reason I didn't play the Ambling Storm Shells because I haven't played a threat yet, so it's just, I mean, they do burn through the Piercing Exhale pretty aggressively. They could easily have another piece of removal, and even with the ward too, like they have 6 mana, so. I don't want to block just because I feel like the disenchant effect is so much better. Plus, they can get that back eventually anyway, so. Wow. All right. I don't really want to attack into all that open mana. I'm just going to spin the wheel again. Beautiful. And we'll play the Dragon half. And pick up the Dragonstorms. And be feeling pretty good about life. Yeah, there's just no reason for me to attack in all that open mana. If they attack again, my guess is they have the white exhale, and I will just block and let them do it, and that's fine. Doesn't matter. Takes their whole turn to kill that. They can't even get the thing back on the same turn because they have to pay the ward too, so. Yeah. It's either now or when I attack. And maybe that's not what they have, but that's my read. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured, so. Might as well save the 2 life. Oh, that looks pretty good. Should we just UGIN? I can't afford it yet. Ah, man. Could have Dragonstormed into UGIN. Hey. Who says it wasn't going to UGIN me into my next land? or Dragonstorm into my next land. I was literally thinking like, oh, if only I could just get that 7th land off of Dragonstorm. All right, can't cast spells during their turn. Good to know. Oh, this is not going to work out for them the way they want it to. All right. Well, I'll take a free activation, sure. And a block while I'm at it. I almost feel bad for that play by my opponent. I wonder if they're realizing what's going to happen right now. Oh, they're highlighting it. So I will block, gain my 2 life, and get my Dragonstorm activation. Oh. Oh, I have to cast the card. Oh, whoops. Okay, so now look who's laughing now. Haha. Who doesn't know how this card works? Okay, well. Whatever. Just gain 3 life and draw a card. So definitely should have just waited a turn to do that, because you are casting it. That is good to know. The good news is, though, I'll still be getting this back when I play my dragon. So, and I did get to draw it, right? So it still went to my hand. Ooh. You know what seems really good? Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. At this point, there's potential I deck myself, because these do exile just a bunch of lands. I don't think I need to worry about that at 17 at this point, but is there anything I want to use this removal on? No, so I'm just going to play a tap land and pass turn. I'm not going to... I might just use this for mana next turn. We'll see. We'll see what they have. They might not have a trick at all. They might just be having to attack desperately. They can pump their team. Interesting. Not sure what they're pausing for after first strike damage here. Oh, okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. I think I don't need to use this for mana. I think I just cast the Boulderborn Dragon, exile something, draw a land. We'll do this one more time. Hopefully I just don't hit a pocket of lands here. Oh, okay. Speaking of lands. Yeah, I'm happy to go snag some basics out of my deck. And then exile this. That's just so filthy. I'm getting these back, I don't really care. I don't think I'm gonna play them. Now I just need to end the game. And that's a perfect way to do it. Discard a card. We'll discard Encroaching Dragonstorm. We're not gonna play that. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Shriek counters. Trample and lifelink. I kind of just want to unload my hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I could have 16 mana if needed. So 16 mana allows me to play this, right? I counted that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whatever. We're just going to keep that on top. That's totally fine. Play this. What I'm considering is, do I want to... I mean, 3 counters is a lot of counters. Yeah, I don't really know if this is getting much better, so... we'll get rid of that. And then actually, I think after all this, I'm just going to play the Tawny back. Get rid of this island. And activate UGIN, which I did almost forget to do. Was that great sequencing? No. Does it matter? Not particularly. Hopefully. Famous last words. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Gonna get a bunch more tokens here. So I need to... Geez, if I lose this game, that'll be bad, huh? Draw a card. There we go. Perfect. There's part of me that wants to be conservative and draw this, and let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, I can afford to... I can play this and keep up 4 mana. Okay. Because, like, me losing involves them ripping some bomb off the top or something, so... some type of wrath or whatever. Something to stall out the game long enough where I just get decked. So I just need to win the game. I don't even think I'm going to activate UGIN. Yep, Don't care about that. And they have one card in hand, so as long as as long as it's not a blocker, I'm fine. Okay, well, that was disgusting. Don't think I played it particularly well, but UGIN into just activation, plus playing 2 Boulderborn Dragons to exile 2 more things is just absolutely insane. So, if I didn't win that game, I'd be pretty embarrassed. Alright, we will be keeping this to play Globe into Encroaching Dragonstorm, and then it's just about finding gas after that. These tri-lands are just so good. Give me green and white. And then obviously I already have 2 islands, but... Uh-oh. Can we stay alive here? So if I rip a green mana source, I may consider playing Sipsig over Dragonstorm Globe. We'll see what their turn 2 play is here. Just so I can get on the battlefield. Especially if I can trade, if their 2-drop is something that could trades with Sipsig Appraiser, I'll probably just do that turn 3 instead. That way turn 4 I can ramp. Because spending turn 3 and turn 4 not affecting the battlefield at all is going to be pretty tough against an aggressive Boros draw. So, oh, okay, well, taking 4 to the face isn't great, but at least they didn't add anything to the battlefield. Yeah, I think I still just play this. And just find gas, yeah. I'll still be able to play this ahead of turn with the Encroaching Dragonstorm, so... Alternatively, I could play, if I really care about the 1/1. So it depends on what I want. Do I want the value of getting this back into my hand, or do I want the 1/1 counter on this? Also, I didn't look what they did with their Scry, but they missed their 3rd land drop, even with the cantrip here. Okay, so them just missing lands and not being able to flood the battlefield early is really advantageous for me. So I have a choice here on this next turn. What did they hit to discard? Coordinated maneuver. They find their land at least? Okay, so at least they found their land. And another 1-drop. Both to the bottom. Because I'm taking the next turn off, I'm just going to go ahead and trade here. Even though, yeah, there's chances that they play something else that this can trade with. But like, there's not just a lot of it is what it is. Okay, so I could play the Globe and the Bivouac. And then the next turn I could play Guardian. It has an extra counter on it. Alternatively, I could play the Island and the Encroaching Dragonstorm. And then next turn, and then that gives me 4 mana. Or 6 mana. So then I can play the Guardian and the Bivouac next turn. I think I want to do that. I think I just want to take the double ramp here. So I already have a white source and a red source, but in case for some reason I need white and red on the same turn, and then I have triple blue, so I'll just grab another forest here. So hopefully, because of all the mana issues they've had, I'll be fine, since I just had to dirtle and do nothing. And then obviously having a hexproofer to shore up the next turn is going to be real nice. Oh man, I mean they probably have some type of flash threat. You would assume. Well, they didn't. I didn't see priority shift to them. So they didn't even have a turn 4 play. Okay, this game's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. Okay, so they have a piece of removal. No blocks. Sorry, not trading. Not trading 1 damage for 6. Imagine if it's the white exhale they have, so they would have had to. Yeah, who knows? Anyway. Okay. I definitely need to end this game here. That's a pretty good way to do it. I also would love double spelling. So I could do globe into. I think I'm gonna do globe into ambling storm shell. Oh, what? So I wonder if they had the exhale, because they couldn't attack this thing. They couldn't kill this. That attack, to me, tells me they wanted to get rid of hexproof on this thing. So I'm thinking they might have the white exhale. Let's see, next turn I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can double spell again next turn. So if they have the white exhale. Oh, interesting. Sweet. Okay, well now I can freely block. Awesome. I think I just want to play dragon into leopard. Oh, I can even get my static snare back. Yeah, I mean, my opponent just did nothing the first 3-4 turns in the game, so. Oh, well, they had their devotee, never mind, so they had access to black mana anyway. But if they let me untap, it's definitely GG's, but they are in a rock and a hard place. And at 12 life, I don't even have to block if they attack. I don't care. And if they untap, I just have Riverwalk Technique for the win. So this is definitely the rough matchup, and luckily they just dirtled around and did nothing for the first 4 turns. Now they're in the tank, thinking, is it possible for them to win? And I am hard pressed about that. Yeah, I'm just not attacking here. I can't die from at this health, and if I get untap, I have negate in hand. So. Yeah, and that doesn't matter because I also have Narcissus Rebuke here, so we'll just pop this. I don't know, play this, I suppose. Sweet. Okay, well, We know what this is bad at. I need, not surprising to see not have white mana as my splash color. So this is obviously a top end hand, but I'm just going to keep it and see where it goes. My opponent having more discipline than me and mulliganing. Oh no, they're going to be an aggro deck. Their avatar is Zergo. Oh boy, they really are an aggro deck. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, don't worry, I drew a 6-drop. Oh boy. I should have read the avatar. Okay, well. This is looking sketchy. I might just not cast a spell this game. Who knows? UGIN, you're just too tempting. I'm so hosed. Sweet. Oh goodness, it's so bad. It's so bad. And then I'm going to play Boulderborn Dragon. Oh, I didn't cast that. That's interesting. I'm going to play Boulderborn Dragon. They're just going to block it. As much as they're just going to destroy it, and then I'm just toast. As much as I want to spin the wheel, I don't think I can or should. Yeah, if they just blow this up, whatever. I mean, honestly, I didn't get enough early action to like really have a good game against aggressive decks anyway, and so, you know, should I have mulliganed? Yes, absolutely. Even if I rip an untapped land here, I mean, it does. Oh, brutal. I'm not sure what I'm looking for here. Good game. All right, this time I'm going to mulligan. If I had a blue land with these two cantrips, I'd probably keep, but I will mulligan this. So, all right, here we go, and I'll definitely keep this. And again, that Piercing Exhale is just so awkward. I'd rather just hit my land drops and move on with my life, so... I'll just play Teamer Monument here, grab, I have all my colors, right? Yeah, between those two tri-lines I have all my colors, so it doesn't really matter what I grab here. I guess I'll just grab another island. Sure. Would love to draw one of my 2 ramp spells this next turn. Wouldn't mind that one bit. That would allow the... Yeah, okay. So, good thing my opponent's doing nothing. So I'm also doing nothing. Okay, I guess we'll both just keep staring at each other here. And if they leave up a bunch of mana on turn 6, I'm actually just going to pop the Monument, rather than get whatever I cast countered. And then once they have an elephant they have to deal with. So They have the mana for this, I assume, right? Yeah, they have red through this and then white through this. So they have the mana for this, and it's 6 mana, or it's 8 mana. So plenty of time till that pops off, and I can just get rid of it with UGIN or whatever. So we'll see if they do anything here. Yeah, if they're just going to leave it mana, I'm definitely not going to get whatever I want countered from it. The globe is tempting, but I think I just want to impact the battlefield here. And then that way they have to blink first to open up the window for me to cast my big stuff without it getting countered. And if they don't do anything here, I'm just going to cast the globe on my turn and probably not do anything. There's just no reason for me to play into their counter magic that they're clearly holding up. Okay, so one thing that would stink here is if they have the blizzard, because they get to eat my elephant and draw 3. Okay, they don't have it though, so that's good for me. This thing has to be sorcery, right? Yeah. So this is great. Now I even have a piece of removal. I think I just want to get rid of this. Uh-oh, they gonna give my thing -3/-3? Yeah, they might. That's okay if they do. Oh, they can counter it. That's fine. Happy to get that out of their hand. I was just really hoping I could get rid of that so I don't have to keep playing around counter magic, because they're just gonna, now they never have to tap out, but okay, the question is, do I want to tap that? And I have so much. I think I do. No, because if they have an exhale, they're gonna another dispelling exhale. They're gonna spend it on this dragon, and then that opens up. You know, we got to work through their counter magic. So alternatively, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no, I need one more mana before they can't counter that. So. If they have the Dispelling Exhale, they have the Dispelling Exhale. But I'm just sitting here with just bombs in my hand, so. And the beautiful thing is this is going to be a 5/5 because of the globe. The globe is just so good. I can't believe I slept on that so hard. I mean, most people did. They just saw a Manolith with minor upside. Yeah, that's totally fine. Totally fine. I'm, of course, not attacking. They're in the tank about something. Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't attacking anyway, but they are getting aggressive here, so. Oh no. Oh no, they're gonna get the Oh, they didn't have anything to go. Oh, that's so good for me. I was gonna say, oh no, they're just gonna grab they're gonna get their counter magic back, but they couldn't. Okay. So This allows me to kill something and gain 3 life. And then it's at 9. Yeah, like there's no way. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Get rid of their dragon. I can't believe they weren't able to get their play. They had to play the trawlers and they weren't able to get their counter magic back. That's so good for me. And then we'll play the tap land. Definitely not attack, even if they remove this. Yeah, my guess is they're just going to activate this. Which is good, but, you know. What I'm doing is also pretty good. If they probably just have to deal the 3 damage to UGIN. If they do it to the elephant to trade, that's fine by me. I mean, I don't even have to trade if I don't want to, but I probably just will, just to get stuff off their battlefield. Keep UGIN's loyalty high. Yeah, they're in the tank. Okay, so both of these things are attacking me. Oh, now I'm definitely not trading. Right? Because I just get to gain 3 life every turn. I don't know. We'll just do this now. I don't want them to be able to put the counters on stuff. See if I can draw a Boulderborn Dragon. That'd be perfect. All right. We'll play the blocking flyer, the hexproof flyer. Play the island. Play the devotee. Yeah. Hexproof is pretty good. Okay, so 4/4 they can attack. Oh, they don't even get a draw card. Yeah. And UGIN's just gonna take over the game. Guess I'll draw a card now. Breaching Dragonstorm into Boulderborn Dragon. Let me exhale something. Okay. Spin the wheel again. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'll get rid of this. It's so good. It's so good. What a turn, huh? Now, should we spin the wheel again? Yeah, we'll spin the wheel again. Oh, okay. And yeah, I'll go ahead and attack. I'll lose hexproof, but, you know, that's fine. Oh, and they draw land. Okay. Well, it's the name of the game. Just survive and survive long enough to let the bombs take over. Oh yeah. So again, the only way I lose this game is by getting too greedy and not leaving up 4 mana. I have the negate in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 mana, 12 mana. So really I have 8 mana. Because I'm never taking down negate at this point. And we're just going to start getting rid of more and more of their stuff. I guess I'll exile the thing that has graveyard synergy. Oh, did I actually have Lethal on board that whole time? I was just playing with my food. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I was just too distracted by all the glory. My bad. Okay, definitely keeping this. Missing red mana, but not really because I have the globe. But I have some early interaction, which of course is great. And if they don't play anything, I'll play my tap land so I can play the globe on turn, or on curve rather. Yep, Sig Appraiser is great, good for them. I'm jealous. Oh, and the value. Okay, I haven't ripped a single land yet. But if I rip an untapped land, I can just start breaching Dragonstorm and go off from there. Okay. So, yeah, let's just do that. Alternatively, I could what? Tap something and detain something? No, let's just get this going. I'm at 20 health. Now's the time. Sweet. We'll do that. We'll take that. Probably just grab a land here unless I see like an UGIN. Okay, which land do I want? Blue, definitely. And then next turn I can play the Guardian, get back Breaching Dragonstorm, and be a happy camper. And rough for my opponent, they had a chance to see a bunch of extra cards here and couldn't find their fourth land. Now they found it, but they did miss it for a turn. Okay, well, okay, they made up for that. They're ramping. I'll let them draw a card. Alright, because that does it. Yeah, no blocks. So that's pretty good for my opponent. That's pretty good. I don't really want to run my Guardian into a Dispelling Exhale. Are they going to do something? Please, do something. So I think what I want to do... I'm going to be a little conservative here. I'm going to play this. Oh, okay, and I did not... I don't want them to have extra mana, so I'm going to get rid of this now. And then I'm going to tap their Tawny back on their turn. So they didn't even get any priority to counter something. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, they have to play their blue mana. Obviously, I would love... Oh, I keep up blue mana. Okay, so they're... Okay, sweet. Okay, so they got plenty of value here. Can I rip an untapped land? I sure can. We're just going to do that. We're just going to get this going. So I mean, they stumbled a little bit, but then they were getting some awesome value there. But ultimately, no attacks. I mean, yeah, just get a play UGIN every game and never be sad. And I have 3 more colorless spells in the deck, both Boulder One Dragons and the Teamer Monument. Let's see now what they can do. Put some counters on this thing? Maybe, they might. Okay, so they're getting lots of value, lots of awesome value. And then they're gonna put the Focus the Mind back in hand, presumably. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, so 3 toughness creatures are not gonna be playable here. Let's draw a card. All right, awesome. So if that's the case, then I'm going to play this so that I can play a dragon and leave up both exhales. I was going to play the Storm Shell and exhale, but ripping the land. Lets me feel pretty good about where I'm at here. My opponent decks looked awesome, super value, tons of value, but they stumbled a little bit, and then I just went over the top with UGIN as you would expect. So, okay, well, love to see the exhale and white mana in early turns. We will keep this, and oh, man, extra 2 life too, just money. Okay, they got 4 colors unlocked. Interesting. Turning that down, huh? Well, that was a mistake. So they just ripped Sig Appraiser. Okay. Look, I'm just going to take the ramp. It fixes my mana. I already have Bewildering Blizzard to draw 3 later. Like, I don't need to be doing this. As tempting as it is, especially because I'm going to be playing the Globe on turn 4 anyway, so then my turn 5 will be playing the Guardian, if I can find a land. Okay, well. Now they do get to attack. Good for them. And my options here are play the Globe and leave up an exhale, or just play the Bivouac and that way I can have Guardian up. And this is looking dicey. I mean, they could make this thing real big. Oh wow, they're getting real aggressive. Okay. So you know what's pretty good against an aggressive opponent? Hexproof. Bewildering Blizzard looks pretty good against 2/3/3s as well, but hopefully they don't have the thing that lets me. Oh man, imagine if they have the thing that makes me sack a creature. I'm just sitting here talking smack, then okay, good. The edict effect. All right. So I could play Encroaching Dragonstorm. And then I still have both exhales up. I think I'm just going to do that because I really want to unlock my hand, and getting a couple of lands here is pretty good. So I'll grab. I think I'm really going to play this conservative and not attack. I just want to keep the hexproof for one more turn, which will definitely bite me in the butt if they have the thing that makes me sack a creature, but they didn't last turn. Okay, so the reason I didn't do Piercing Exhale is because I didn't want to have this thing deal damage and then not get the block off as well, because I just want to keep the board as clear as possible. So if they end up having something they can kill this, they have something they can kill it, which they do. That's fine. It's their whole turn. And then I can just simply... Yeah, I can just fog and then counter whatever they play. Because I do have 8 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 mana, so... Yeah, we'll just... Oh, I can't counter that. Unless I rip a dragon here. Let's see if I can draw a dragon. Ooh. Brutal. Okay. All right. What does this thing even do? Yep. Well, that's good. At least couldn't counter the cantrip, but did counter the super scary thing. So, all right. I think I got to play the monument. Whatever. Grab an island. So I'm getting pretty flooded here. Things are getting dicey. Things are getting dicey. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So what I need to do here, I can't trade with this though. That's the thing. Because I need to piercing exhale something. So I have to just take 5, I think. Which is brutal. But I think I have to do it so I can double kill and kill 2 things instead of a blocker up. So that's rough, but I can't trade. I gotta keep this. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 mana. So I think we just get rid of their biggest thing. Exile this thing that gets graveyard value. Yeah. Sweet. Once again, stay alive, play UGIN, win. That's how pros play. Alright, on the draw, I will keep this hand. It's a little sketchy, but got a devotee for early action. Uh-oh. Bloodful Caves. And right on, perfect, I can draw an uncastable 6-drop. Exactly what I want to draw here. Okay, well, I'm not sad to see that as my opponent's turn 2 play. They refused. They don't even go get anything, so that's good news. And because I drew the encroaching Dragonstorm, my mana is all fixed once I grab my fourth land, so I don't need to worry about filtering. That being said, I don't really want to trade this with just a stinky little 2/1. I'd rather trade it with something bigger, so we're not going to block here. So I just need to draw a land. Oh, okay. Well then, we'll see if they want to grab one of the big scary things or the encroaching Dragonstorm. My guess is like they'll take either the Guardian or the Storm Shell, but who knows? Either way, I'm glad they're not adding to the board. Yeah, okay, so that's totally fair. And now I have to rip 2 lands, so makes sense. Makes sense why they did that. I don't know why it gave me priority, but it's a filter mana, I guess. Okay. Imagine if I just lose this game to just Embermouth Sentinel. Alright. At least it's a castable spell. Are you gonna flash in something? I think I just get rid of the bigger thing. Well, joke's my opponent. They took away my 4-drop, and so I'd have to rip 2 lands. Turns out I'm just never going to rip even the 4th land. But, I mean, they've had... I can't... Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's... They've been... Get rid of this. Alright. I'm not going back from this. That's a bummer. Okay, well, let's hope that my opponent is not... I'm not gonna ship this. This is the nature of this. I have lands. I have my mana all fixed, all the colors, all 4 colors, and then top end. So let's hope I'm just not against an aggressive opponent, and be happy. They chose to be on the draw too, so it makes me think they're not. Yeah, all right, Evolving Wilds, okay. All right, hopefully I can. Let's see, this will be a good one against Mythic ranked 906. Dirtle and Dirtle. Well, you know, they're playing. Let's see whose top end is better. Yeah. Oh, nice. Cool land. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, huh? Wow. Wow, look at those cards there. That's insane. Look what they just milled over. Ooh. That one's not messing around, huh? Ooh. And as usual, I would love to draw a ramp spell right about now. I am interesting. They were in the tank. That was not what I was expecting them to do. Not at all what I was expecting. So I would love to draw something I can do with this mana. Yeah, these Assassin's Creed lands are cool. Opponent in the tank again. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here, we already have a turn 6 play, so we are going to keep my options totally open. We'll see what they do. I could untap and block. That's pretty tempting. I could Narcissus Rebuke and tap something. So Narcissus Rebuke the Pummeler, and use the mana to tap the Wayfarer and just keep my life as high as possible, but it's pretty tempting to just let them attack. They probably won't attack with the Pummeler. If that's the case, do I want to pay 5 mana just to trade with this? And would that be my whole turn? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Then turn 6, I can Bewildering Blizzard. The question is, do I want to do that on my upkeep? No, I don't think so. Or on their upkeep. Well, why not? This thing will have 1 power to reduce this will be basically their whole turn if they do. So I'm just gonna do it now. Reduce the chances that they can counter it. So I doubt they're gonna play anything in their first main phase anyway. Yeah, sweet. Okay. So Ward 2 being annoying. It's only fair. I've had plenty of... Okay. So they have a pretty overwhelming board state here. I could... Notably, if I Narcissus Rebuke into this, that's my whole turn. So if I do this, I exile the Pummeler, I go up to 9, and they can attack it for 5. That's pretty tempting. Especially because then if I can do this, the next turn I can Boulderborn Dragon. So we're just going to get rid of this thing. Yeah. And then we're just going to hope that I can survive. They can survive. Because they can attack it. If they can pump it, if they can only pump this once, they can do 8 damage. And then I can Boulderborn Dragon and get rid of the Aegis Sculptor. So I'm running out of ways to deal with that. And it's going to grow to 6 power next turn. 6 toughness, excuse me. No! No! They got a way to kill the UGIN. But that's alright. That's alright, because this does allow me to... Yeah, I gotta kill that right now. Yes, I'm sure. Pay the Ward 2. And then cast Temur Monument. Go get probably another red, I guess. No. I already have double red, so yeah, we'll just definitely grab the other island here. Okay, so they dealt with UGIN, which was tough for them. They figured out a way to do it. Now they have the Guardian, and I can't counter it, so that's brutal. I'm falling very far behind, so I think I just cast my own Guardian and... have Dispelling Exhale. So luckily I ripped Guardian off the top here, so I can trade Guardian for Guardian. Oh, it's going to be so good to be able to Boulderborn Dragon with the UGIN on the battlefield, but my opponent definitely not making this one easy. This cannot be countered. Pretty good. Pretty good for my opponent. And if I counter this, they still get to draw a card. But what else am I doing with my life? I know, you get to draw your card still. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I misclicked. I misclicked. I misclicked so bad. It's getting late. It's getting late at night. Well, that's frustrating. Oh, it's creature spell. Okay, well, that's really annoying. Oh, I can't believe I just let them... Oh, that's so frustrating. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So... Oh, that's so bad. I can't believe I misclicked. Which dragon do I want to cast? The big one. The one that actually trades with theirs. Oh, I can't believe I misclicked. That's so frustrating. Like everything else has been like, oh, good play, good play, good play versus good play, good play versus good play, but then just misclicking there and just letting them draw 3 and discard some useless rescue leopard. Brutal. They get a double spell here. That's pretty good. The good news is, unless they can kill this, which they can't this turn, they can attack into it, and then next turn I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Encroaching Dragonstorm into... I'm not blocking this turn. The Runescale Stormbrood. Oh, brutal. This Humbling Elder, man. How come this card... Oh, man. Okay. Well, I really needed to rip that. That's for sure. Humbling Elder. Jeez. You know, they wouldn't have had that Humbling Elder if I would have countered their their spell. Alright, I don't know if I'm coming back from this. My opponent played really well. Their deck looks great. They also played really well. My deck looks great. I played more poorly, so... I mean, things lined up well, you can argue, but like I also didn't play optimally. Misclicking there was just absolutely huge. I think it was right the turn that I played UGIN versus leaving up removal and tapping, but maybe not. I feel like it was pretty unlikely that they were going to be able to deal with it, but they deal with the UGIN. Okay, so I passed the blockers. They almost surely have a way to pump this. So I think what I do is I block like this. We let them... This time I'm going to behold the dragon that's on the battlefield, huh? We'll let them draw their card. And I need to pray. Then the deck. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer. Bummer way to end this draft, but at the end of the day, how sad can I be? I gotta, play UGIN a whole bunch, win a bunch of games, and hopefully next time we can actually get the trophy with UGIN. Sorry to disrespect you, UGIN. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.